You still have time to get today's Delmarva Life Daily Deal. Today's deal, only $25 for $50 worth of tanning products and services from Hollywood Tans in Milford or Salisbury. To get that deal, go to delmarvalife.com. You'll find the Daily Deal on the right side of the homepage.
Well, it seems like we're hearing more and more about bullying these days, especially in our schools. An event taking place this weekend aims to put a stop to it. It's the Do It Right Youth Rally, and joining us today to talk about the event is rally host and chairman Terry Ober. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
This is actually the second annual Do It Right Youth Rally. What made you put this event together?
I've been involved in some other youth summits throughout Queen Anne's County, and I know, being a member of some of the coalitions, some of the concerns we have with our youth, not only in Queen Anne's County but throughout the Eastern Shore. And last year I had the bright idea to start my own rally. Last year was actually on traffic safety, so we kind of had an audience of 15 to 18-year-olds that we were addressing for all the many dangerous things that happen on our roadways. And obviously every year I need to come up with a different theme, knowing that bullying is so out of control and so important because it affects our communities, it affects our schools, and unfortunately even affects some of our families.
Right.
So obviously I needed to put that to the forefront, so that's our theme this year with all the anti-bullying messages, and hopefully it's going to be an educational opportunity to really bring forward the information that everybody needs to know.
Right, right. And now you spell DEW, D-E-W. Why is that?
Well, my fine folks at Pepsi Bottling Ventures, they have been phenomenal in supporting many different events and programs that I'm part of, and obviously Mountain Dew is my choice, and we want to make sure everybody does it right. So.
Right. Okay, so tell us what takes place at the Do It Right rally.
Okay, well, we're going to begin at 1 p.m. on Saturday, March 24th, and we're going to start out with a frisbee golf competition. So we're going to start out with a little bit of fun, let the kids have some enlightenment before we get to the serious stuff. And part of the games are really to see how sportsmanship entails with a lot of the little stunts they got to do with the frisbee golf. We're going to have a ultimate frisbee exposition or demonstration by Queen Anne's County youth who are involved in ultimate frisbee. And then we're going to have a fashion show because obviously we want to make some statements out there on the Eastern Show thing. We're doing a casual and we're doing also a formal. So there's 3 different categories. We still have lots of opportunities for young men and women to get involved in our fashion show. There's some great prizes to be awarded to our winners. And part of the fashion show is just to kind of let the young people understand that, you know, sometimes dressing up for an interview, maybe going to a court proceedings takes a little bit more effort than just what you would normally wear to school.
Right.
So it's, and not only that, they look good in a coat and tie. Yeah. So, and then at 4 o'clock we actually have what's called 3 screens video presentation. It's on a 14-foot by 30-foot screen.
Oh, wow.
This is movie clips, sound clips. It's a very professionally done presentation, and this is our anti-bullying. Even talks about drugs and alcohol, because unfortunately when people get involved with bullying situations, it may lead them to using drugs and alcohol. I even have a gentleman who's going to be there with a canvas. It's actually called a graffiti therapy station, and this is where people who have some important thoughts on their minds or want to share some information, because lots of times bullying leads to suicide. This gentleman who's going to be doing the station, he actually lost his wife to a suicide 14 years ago. So obviously suicide prevention is a keynote for him. We're going to have some counselors there just in case we touch a nerve and need to have a little one-on-one. So we are taking the topic very, very seriously.
Yeah.
I have a group of inmates from Eastern Shore Correctional Institute called Choices. They're actually going to come in and talk about how they got bullied into using drugs and alcohol, how they got bullied in committing crimes, and probably sharing some bullying that goes on in our penal institution.
Oh, amazing. Now, you wouldn't be able to put on an event like this without some sponsors such as State Farm Insurance. State
Farm Insurance actually got a grant from them. I also had a grant from Chop Tank Electric Trust. And of course, Pepsi has been a person in support of everything we do. So needless to say, Pepsi Bottling Ventures here in Salisbury has been a great supporter.
All right, let's run down the event details one more time. We're going to see it on the screen here as you talk about it.
Okay, it's obviously this Saturday, March 24th from 1 until 10 p.m. It's at Queen Anne's County High School. The admission, we're only charging 2 canned good items because we're actually going to benefit the Chesapeake College Food Pantry.
Okay.
So I thought that was a reasonable admission fee. And thanks to all of our sponsors is the reason we're able to do it for just the 2 cans of food. At 1 o'clock, we actually start with all the different contests. We end the evening with a dance and a dance-off contest.
And
so
it's for all ages,
all
correct?
ages. There's no age restriction because unfortunately bullying affects everybody, and it's open to anyone, not just Queen Anne's County, but everywhere. Come have some fun, and a really important opportunity to get some education on bullying.
Terry, sounds like a wonderful event. And if you would like some more information on the 2nd annual Do It Right Youth Rally, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Up next on Delmarva Life, we're in the kitchen with Jimmy and Sook's Raw Bar and Grill out of Cambridge. See their twist on a classic recipe. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.